Like every year for Call of Duty, there are leaks, rumors, and speculation. This year is definitely no different. Recently, there's been some activity on Twitter where there's a few guys that are posting some really interesting stuff regarding Modern Warfare 3 and Modern Warfare Zombies. One of these individuals has been approached by Activision and sent them cease and desist letters to make them stop what they're doing, and they're actually taking down some of their posts. One post they made said that there is a PvP mode coming to Modern Warfare Zombies. Right now it's PvE, player versus enemy, and this is going to be player versus player, which is the opposite of what Zombies is. I'll show you some of the posts, and then one of them got taken down. I'll show you that too, but this is a post on Twitter that said, leak new PvPE info for Modern Warfare Zombies. There will be normal zombie bounties, PvP bounties, hunting other squads, recon points that can be acquired and can respawn, team reassigning, merging, likely a la DMZ, respawning system, and weapon cases. Literally will be DMZ. I believe this is the original poster, and they said PvPvE is a map event. It's inside the normal Modern Warfare Zombies, which means it can be activated like a story exfil, and you infill into the new match or map, they don't know, with PvP enabled. And for the lore, it's a deadbolt recon mission. There was a post on Reddit talking about this, but it looks like it got taken down. But one of the comments summarizes like what they think this is going to be. They said, just to entertain this leak a bit, since we don't know for sure if it's happening, the leaker's name, and then gave the source and then added more context here. They said the PvPvE mode is a separate zone, similar to a story mission exfil. So you're not forced to play the PvP in normal map. This is a completely optional mode that you can choose to participate in or not, similar to the Division's Dark Zone, I guess. I can see this being true because Modern Warfare Zombies is already structured pretty closely to what DMZ is. Like, they've taken those assets and then spun it into zombies. And you know Call of Duty likes to reuse assets and ideas, so it's easy for them to take this game structure from DMZ and just add a little side mode into Zombies. The idea of it being in a separate area, like you have to exfil and go into it and it's optional, sounds fun to me, but if they were to put this in the main map, people would lose their minds. So let's hope they don't do that. One thing I'm concerned with is if you have to go through this area to collect schematics, like that could pose some resistance from people that don't want to be in PvP. PvE and PvP are very different play styles. I avoid PvP at all costs because I don't think it's fun. It's stresses me out. It's not fun for me, and I'm sorry I'm like that. I wish I enjoyed it because there's so much that they offer with multiplayer, but like I just can't stand it. I really tried over the years to play it and enjoy it, but it just wasn't working for me, and I know a lot of people love it and that's awesome, but there are some people like me that are like, oh god, no multiplayer plays. But I would change my mind if they added this to Zombies. I can't believe I'm saying that, but I think it would be fun because it's optional. Like, you're not forced to do it. You're not going into a multiplayer match where the whole game is like that. So I'm definitely for it. I hope we get to see it. Also in the news is something Call of Duty just tweeted, and this affects mostly multiplayers, but it does affect Zombies in some way. They're trying to be as transparent as possible about this skill-based matchmaking controversy. They posted saying, late last year we committed to a conversation with our community about matchmaking. Today's matchmaking intel is intended to kick off that dialogue and is a new beginning for what we hope will be an ongoing conversation about matchmaking, sharing our process and learnings with you to answer questions and concerns we've seen within the community. When you click on it, it goes to this, and it says, the design of Call of Duty matchmaking is driven by our goal to create the best experience for our player community. As a part of our commitment to an ongoing conversation about the Call of Duty matchmaking process, we are launching a new series of white papers from our technology team that will further expand on how Call of Duty builds online matches. The first topic of focus in the Call of Duty matchmaking series is one of the most critical factors in the overall process: connection, specifically ping. The next white paper in the matchmaking series will detail the role skill plays in the process. I know people are curious about that. The second white paper in the series is scheduled to post in June following additional test, data examination, and analysis from our teams. Then they show a calendar saying that the ping information is live. I'll show you that. It's a huge document. Then skill information is gonna go live in June. then ranked play late summer, and experimentation methods in the fall. These white papers will complement additional posts planned for the Call of Duty blog throughout the year to continue the conversation about Call of Duty's matchmaking process. In white papers, if you guys haven't heard that term, it's used in business and it serves as like a sales and marketing document designed to entice or persuade potential customers, i.e. us players. When you click on that link down below, it brings up this 19-page report. Like, holy crap, like what is going on here? What are they trying to prove? Who is gonna read this? I will have this link down in the description if you guys want to read it if you're bored to death, but there was one thing that was pretty cool that explained something that we're able to do in Modern Warfare Zombies. So they're saying connection is the most important part, and as the community will attest, ping is king. Connection is the most critical and heavily weighted factor in the matchmaking process. Then they say time to match. This factor is the second most critical to the matchmaking process. We all want to spend time playing the game rather than waiting for matches to start. They also say that there's a playlist diversity that's factored in, recent maps and modes that you've been playing in or what you prefer. Then the skill base comes in after all of that. It says skill and performance. This is used to give our players, a global community with a wide range of skill, the opportunity to have an impact in every match. Then they actually consider input device. Are you on a controller or mouse? That makes sense. Then the platform that you're on, PC versus console, and then they do factor in if you have voice chat or not. Then if you scroll down to page 6, this is the information that I think is interesting and what we use and abuse in Zombies. And shout out to Tag935 and BBK. They figured this out without needing this super in-depth document. I've been making videos about us having 24 players in a lobby in Zombies. Like, that's the max you can have. But everybody in the lobby was somebody we knew. It was on our friends list or in our clan. We'd organize this and then go in and fight the red worm and do just like crazy stuff, like use different weapons or try to get like a 1-second kill, which we did do. We also got a full lobby on one Bloodrunner bike. So there were 24 players riding around on a bike. Again, it was all the people that we knew. And this is how we did it, reading from page 6. Identifying good data centers for players. Before considering how to match groups of players, we must understand what we are trying to achieve for an individual player. With a large number of data centers around the world, we could potentially place a given player into a match running on any of them. If we pick a data center on the other side of the world, then they will likely have a very high ping. Obviously, we would ideally pick the data center to which the player would have the lowest ping. So how we took advantage of this is apparently the UK has like one data center versus the US that has a ton. So we would get everybody together and the people from the UK would host their games and then bring in 2 people. Didn't matter if they were in the US, as long as the host was in the UK. Then we'd all be in voice chat on Discord and time it at the same time and go 3, 2, 1, and all the UK hosts would hit start. And yeah, we got everybody into this same lobby multiple times. It was pretty easy to do. And some people may be aware of that, but it's cool to see that we were doing it and now we have the white paper showing what we were actually manipulating. There wasn't really anything else that stood out to me with this, but you guys again can read it. I'll have it linked down below. I am curious about the skill-based matchmaking information they put out in June. I'm sure people are going to be all over that. But I hope you guys enjoyed this and we'll see you next video.